Today we're going to start our next devotional series for Edgewater Lutheran Church. Um, and what we're going to start doing, because it is the season of Advent, we are going to walk alongside this book. It's Symbols of Salvation, Daily Devotions. It's an Advent book that as Edgewater we purchased from Concordia Publishing House. If you're not familiar, Concordia Publishing House is the book publishing arm, I guess, of the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod. Um, so we got these devotion, and they're great little devotionals. This is 2 days, so they're each just a little page. Very good to go through as when you wake up, or when you're going to bed, or on your lunch break, wherever in your day. It's going to be a time where you can step back and read through these devotionals. It's great. So if you don't have your copy already, we do have copies left, and you can pick them up on Sunday. We'll have them there for you. But all of this to say, the daily devotions for the rest of Advent, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the devotion from here, and I'm going to step a little bit further into it. Right? So I'm not just reading this to you. This is still a devotion for you, but I'm going to take their text, and I'm going to run with it a little bit as we prepare for Christmas this season. So for December 8th, which is the day, which is today's date, the day this is released, by the Holy Spirit who dwells within us, guard the good deposit entrusted to you. And the devotion for today talks about this gift of faith that we've been given in through the Holy Spirit, and I want to talk more about that, because I think we have this tendency to want to have some part in our salvation. We want to have something to do with it. At very least, we decided to have faith. We chose to believe in Jesus. We made that decision. We committed our life. We accepted Christ into our life. Like, there's all this different language that's used for it. But I think where that catches us, where that's problematic, is when we have moments of weakness, or when we have doubts. Because if it is okay to have doubts, and this is something, if doubt is something that you have dealt with before, that you've struggled with before, that's perfectly, that's normal, right? I have had doubts, I have had questions, I have had things that I've struggled with my faith, with the Bible, with aspects of this Christianity. And if we're saying that it's my decision, it's my choice to accept Christ, it's a decision I made, it's an acceptance I have, then when those doubts creep in, we start to think, well, did I know what I was doing? Did I decide well enough? Did I really mean that acceptance? There are a lot of questions there. There's a lot of uncertainty, even in our own minds, right? But if we understand faith properly as a gift from the Holy Spirit, we don't choose God. He works that faith in our hearts. Then we have this incredible blessing of, yes, I might struggle with doubt, or with these various things in my head, but it's not my decision. It's not my acceptance. It's the Holy Spirit's work in me. So even if I'm struggling with these doubts, I can say, I know I'm still saved because my faith is a gift from the Holy Spirit. And we work to nurture that. We work to safeguard that. But ultimately, our salvation rests entirely on the work of God, not on ourselves. So that is a blessing. I don't know about you, but at least for me, it's really great to have it out of my hands, because I have a tendency to mess things up. So that's kind of my riff on the daily devotion. I would encourage you to also spend probably 2 or 3 minutes in Symbols of Salvation today. Brothers and sisters, go in peace. Serve the Lord. Thanks be to God.